Hello, it's your friend Rose from WMS, and I'm here with Melissa.
Hello.
And we're in southern Wisconsin, and it's early May, and we're going to see what we can find here in the woods. So here's some Cerioporus squamosus, formerly known as Polyporus squamosus. Common names are Pheasant Back or Dryad Saddle. You'll find these on living and dead hardwood trees, particularly elm and maple, and it produces a white spore print. So the body can be yellow to brown and has squamules or scales on its upper side. That's where it gets the common name pheasant back. The underside has pores, characteristic of Cerioporus and Polyporus genus. It smells like watermelon, has a fabulous strong watermelon smell. It's unmistakable, but when you cook it, it actually has a mild nutty flavor.
I was hoping we were going to find some pheasant back today, honestly. I know it's funny to say that because a lot of people are like, ho hum, pheasant back.
So it's a good edible while young, but it gets tough and rubbery with age. Some people collect the large fruit bodies to dehydrate and powder for stock. I don't, but the young ones like this are perfect. This is excellent. This is what you want to look for. This is what you want to pick. It's most common in the spring. It fruits the same time as morels, so you'll find them on the same hunt oftentimes, although you'll find it in the summer and fall occasionally too. There's another one a little higher too. Fun factoid to crafters, this is apparently a great mushroom for paper making. So this here was actually my favorite find of the day, and we found tons of it actually. Do you notice that bluish green staining in the wood there? That is actually the mycelium of a mushroom. This is Chlorociboria aeruginascens. The common name is the green elf cup fungus. You most always find this growing on very dead oak, sometimes on poplar or ash or aspen, but almost always oak. And we didn't see any of the fruiting bodies, and that's normal actually. It fruits very rarely, and when it does, it produces these teeny tiny little cup fungi that are usually only a few millimeters in size. The most exciting thing about this, though, is it's highly prized in decorative woodworking and inlay. Dating back to the 15th century, this has been used. And that green pigment lasts forever. Hundreds of years later, you look at museum pieces, and all the other colors have faded, but that green color remains. I wanted to take a moment to appreciate these wood violets because they're the official Wisconsin state flower. They're also a good edible. The flowers and leaves are tasty, and it was used in folk medicine to treat coughs and colds and sore throats and stuff like that. Very common in the spring here. These are turkey tail mushrooms. The Latin name is Trametes versicolor. I like to call these the weeds of the mushroom world because they're very common and they will grow on almost any kind of wood. These are considered a medicinal mushroom. They're being studied for potential immune therapy and cancer-fighting properties. They do have some very similar lookalikes, false turkey tails, but I go into a lot further details about that in a different video. These are spruce tips. They're another great thing you can forage for here in the spring in Wisconsin. They're packed with vitamin C. They're really great added to vegetable dishes or salads as an herb. I like to infuse them in vodka. It's like delicious, but you got to be super careful because they could be mistaken for yew, and yew is toxic. So just be certain of your identification that you're picking from a spruce tree and not a yew tree. Let's go to the kitchen and cook those pheasant backs. Today we're going to make one of Melissa's favorites, faux bacon bits, or fakin' bits as I like to call them. First you clean the mushrooms, then you chop them up really fine. We're going to cook them low and slow with some butter. If you are vegan, you can substitute vegetable oil here. Then we're going to add salt, pepper, and smoked paprika, and I'll tell you what, I'm going to let Melissa take over from here.
And now that they're getting brown, we're going to kind of hang out over the stove more so that we don't let them burn, but we want to get them really, really brown. So I don't want to burn my spices and I don't want to put them in too early, but now that this is getting pretty brown, I'm going to put paprika or smoked paprika, whatever you have available on there, like a decent amount. Give it some flavor and color. And we're going to mix that around more. And we're starting to see the brown that we want to see now. And they're starting to feel crispy, like they're hard when I touch them. They're not spongy anymore. We're getting closer. Not burnt, but really, really well caramelized. Okay, these are like really nice and kind of firm now. There's no like real sponginess left in them. They're kind of like almost rocky in a way, but definitely not burnt. Really, really well caramelized. We've got our Pheasant Back bacon bits. And now I'm going to take these and I'm going to put them on top of my omelet or on top of a salad. And when you're seasoning them, very much like bacon, don't be afraid to make them a little salty, because bacon is salty and that's, you know, what's going to carry through the flavor for you. So and that's it. Pheasant back bacon.
Melissa cooked me this delightful breakfast of eggs with fakin' bits along with toast and ramp butter. She made that butter herself from ramps we foraged in our last video. It's another great spring wild edible. We are WMS. If you liked our video, we hope you check out our website and social media. We also recommend our parent organization, NAMA. Happy hunting!